Welcome to the AI News Series. Today we're diving into a report from the International Energy Agency that's making waves. Imagine a world where the electricity demand of data centers matches that of an entire nation. According to a recent report from the International Energy Agency, or IEA, this could be our reality by 2026. That's right, the IEA predicts that data centers could potentially double their electricity consumption in just 2 years. Currently, data centers, along with cryptocurrencies and artificial intelligence, account for about 2% of the global electricity demand. To put that into perspective, these sectors used 460 terawatt-hours of electricity in 2022. That's enough electricity to power over 40 million homes for a year. And by 2026, this consumption could rise to a whopping 1,050 terawatt-hours. This exponential increase in electricity demand is largely due to the growth of cryptocurrencies and artificial intelligence. The surge in Bitcoin and other digital currencies, coupled with the ever-expanding role of AI in our daily lives, is driving up the energy use of data centers at an unprecedented rate. The United States is currently leading the pack in terms of data centers and Bitcoin mining operations. But with the rapid growth in data center electricity consumption, this trend is likely to continue. And it's not just the US. Ireland is also expected to see a boom in new data centers in the coming years, and by 2026, nearly a third of the country's electricity demand could be attributed to these data centers. So, what does this mean for us? Well, the rapid expansion of data centers and the increased electricity demand they bring pose significant challenges, not just for the energy sector but for the entire planet. With the US leading in data centers and Bitcoin mining operations, the future of energy consumption is a topic that needs our attention. So, what's driving this surge in electricity demand? 2 words: artificial intelligence and cryptocurrencies. First up is artificial intelligence, or AI. AI is a technology that allows machines to mimic human intelligence. It's a field that's expanding rapidly and transforming sectors from healthcare to finance to entertainment. But here's the catch: AI requires an enormous amount of computational power. You see, AI systems learn from large amounts of data, and processing this data to make sense of it requires substantial energy. The more complex the AI, the more data it needs, and the more energy it consumes. So, as AI continues to advance and its applications become even more widespread, the demand for electricity in data centers is bound to increase. Now let's talk about cryptocurrencies. These digital or virtual currencies like Bitcoin use cryptography for security. They operate on technology called blockchain, which is essentially a decentralized system spreading across many computers. The process of creating or mining these cryptocurrencies requires solving complex mathematical problems, and guess what? This process is incredibly energy intensive. Bitcoin mining, for instance, has been particularly notorious for its high energy consumption. The reason behind this is its proof-of-work algorithm, which requires miners to solve complex problems to add new transactions to the blockchain. This process makes Bitcoin secure, but it also means that mining a single Bitcoin requires a significant amount of electricity. In fact, some reports suggest that if Bitcoin were a country, its energy consumption would rank amongst the top 30 in the world. That's more than entire countries like Argentina or the Netherlands. And it's not just Bitcoin. Other cryptocurrencies like Ethereum also consume substantial energy. As the popularity of these cryptocurrencies continues to rise, so does their energy footprint. It's clear that these 2 booming technologies are contributing significantly to the increased energy consumption. Now let's zoom in on the US and Ireland, 2 countries where the impact of this trend is particularly notable. The United States, a global hub for tech innovation, has the most data centers and Bitcoin mining operations worldwide. This dominance in the digital landscape has a flip side, as it's projected to lead to a rapid surge in data center electricity consumption. The International Energy Agency forecasts that the electricity demand from these centers might skyrocket, driven by the insatiable energy requirements of artificial intelligence and cryptocurrency mining. Now, imagine the lights of New York City, the Las Vegas Strip, and the Silicon Valley tech parks, all powered by the hum of data centers. The sheer scale of this projected growth paints a picture of how the digital future could reshape the country's energy landscape. Moving across the Atlantic, we come to Ireland. Known for its lush landscapes and historic castles, this land of saints and scholars is also becoming a hotspot for data centers. The growth potential here is astounding, with nearly a third of the country's electricity demand predicted to be attributed to data centers by 2026. The Emerald Isle, famous for its green fields, could soon be equally known for its green data centers. But this isn't about the color of their buildings, it's about the energy they consume and the consequent environmental impact. The rapid expansion of data centers in Ireland underscores the very real local implications of this global trend. These two countries, one a superpower and the other a small island nation, serve as potent examples of how the rise of AI and cryptocurrencies could redefine energy usage patterns around the world. From the sprawling metropolises of the US to the green fields of Ireland, the digital revolution is leaving its mark. These specific examples illustrate the global scale and local implications of the issue at hand. This rapid expansion of data centers presents us with a monumental challenge, but what can we do about it? Well, the first step is to acknowledge the elephant in the room, the staggering increase in electricity demand. Data centers, AI, and cryptocurrencies are predicted to double their electricity consumption by 2026. That's like adding the power demands of an entire country to the grid. And with countries like the US and Ireland housing a majority of data centers and Bitcoin mining operations, the pressure on their electrical infrastructure is immense. But this isn't just about keeping the lights on. It's about the environmental impact too. As the need for electricity surges, so does the strain on our planet. We're talking about a potential increase to 1,050 terawatt-hours of electricity by 2026. To put that in perspective, that's more than the total energy consumption of some countries. So how do we tackle this? One word: innovation. We need to think outside the box, or in this case, the data center. The most promising avenue is renewable energy. Solar, wind, hydropower. These sources of energy are not only sustainable but can also be more cost-effective in the long run. But renewable energy alone won't solve the problem. We also need to focus on energy efficiency. This means designing and operating data centers in a way that minimizes power usage. It's about squeezing every last bit of performance out of each watt of electricity. This could involve using advanced cooling systems to reduce the amount of power needed to keep the servers at optimal temperatures. Or it could mean developing new, more energy-efficient hardware technologies. And finally, we need to foster a culture of responsibility. Businesses, governments, and individuals all have a role to play in ensuring that our digital lives don't come at the expense of our planet. While the challenge is significant, so are the opportunities for innovation and sustainable growth. This isn't just about reducing energy consumption, it's about creating a more sustainable, more resilient digital ecosystem. Let's take a moment to reflect on what we've uncovered today. We dove into the rising energy demand of data centers, a trend that's set to escalate with time. The International Energy Agency predicts that by 2026, these power-hungry giants could consume twice as much electricity as they did just 4 years ago. That's an increase equivalent to the energy demand of an entire country. We also explored the role of artificial intelligence and cryptocurrencies in accelerating this trend. Both AI and crypto mining are energy-intensive processes, and their rapid growth is a significant factor in the increasing power consumption of data centers. The mechanisms of machine learning, blockchain validation, and crypto mining all require substantial computational power, which in turn requires electricity. Our focus then shifted to the United States and Ireland, two countries that house a large number of data centers and Bitcoin mining operations. The US is already seeing a rapid surge in data center electricity consumption, while Ireland is poised for a boom in new data centers that could account for nearly a third of the country's electricity demand by 2026. We wound up our discussion by addressing the challenges ahead and potential solutions. The expansion of data centers and their consequent electricity demand present significant challenges, especially in the context of our planet's finite resources. However, the situation is not without hope. The need for renewable energy growth and improved energy efficiency is paramount. The adoption of greener energy sources and more efficient technologies can help mitigate the environmental impact of data centers. In the face of this looming energy demand, it's crucial that we continue to innovate and strive for sustainability. This has been AI News, keeping you informed on the latest in AI technology and its impacts. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more.